What's going on, Cougs? We got a great show for y'all today with stories ranging from the on-campus robbery, updates on the Israel-Gaza ceasefire, local urban disputes, and tons more, so stay tuned. Good evening, I'm Michael O'Rourke.
And I'm Matthew Tobias. Thank you for joining us at UH News. An armed robbery took place Tuesday afternoon at the TDECU Credit Union inside the University of Houston Student Center South. According to the Daily Cougar, University of Houston's campus newspaper, the incident happened around 4:15 p.m. when a man entered the branch, pulled out a handgun, and demanded money before fleeing the scene. The branch immediately closed and reopened for normal business operations the following morning. The suspect is described as a black male wearing a black Astros cap, black hoodie, black pants, and white shoes. He was last seen leaving in a silver SUV that drove south on Martin Luther King Boulevard. No injuries were reported, and UH police are currently investigating. Officials say staff members inside the credit union at the time of the robbery remain unharmed. The university is urging anyone with information to contact UHPD and reminding students to remain aware of their surroundings while on campus and take necessary personal safety measures.
On Wednesday, October 29th, the ceasefire between Gaza and Israel was broken once again. Overnight, multiple airstrikes descended upon the homes of Gazan families, killing 104 civilians. Half of them reported to be children. The reason behind the strikes was the murder of an IDF soldier by Hamas and the illegitimate return of a deceased hostage's body to Israel. Originally, a ceasefire and a peaceful negotiation were thought to have been met between Israel and Hamas when Donald Trump got both parties to agree to the first stages of his 20-point peace plan on October 10th. As part of the ceasefire, Israel was to relinquish control over Gazan territory, and both sides were to return others hostages and dead within 72 hours. Neither side is fully delivering on those promises. The ceasefire was quickly broken after Israel reported that 2 IDF soldiers had been killed by Hamas near Rafah, days after the agreement. Israel responded by launching a sweeping array of airstrikes on the people of Gaza. Now, with Israel's second round of attacks on October 29th, the ceasefire's resilience seems questionable. Some government officials seem to express little concern about the attacks, as does J.D. Vance, saying, "Ceasefire is holding. That doesn't mean that there aren't going to be little skirmishes here and there." End quote. Now, Israel announces the ceasefire is back on even after the attacks. All this leaves many questioning the legitimacy and longevity of the ceasefire at hand. Now here is Patience with all the news over the recent robbery at the Louvre.
I'm here at the Student Center South to explain the jewelry heist in the Louvre Museum in Paris, France.
On November 19th, the robbers, who were dressed as construction workers, rode up a lift to the side of the Louvre Museum and used power tools to cut through the window and glass case containing the jewelry. 8 items were taken. Some of the pieces included a sapphire diadem, a necklace, and an earring from a set linked to the early 19th century French royalty. The combined worth of all of these items were 88 million euros, or $102 million. The news has sparked conversations for many people around the world. I talked to some students about their opinions on the theft.
I think it's pretty crazy. Like, they robbed them in broad daylight. Yeah, they took some artifacts in broad daylight.
Oh no, I think it was really like interesting because something like funnily like kind of happened here that's similar in a way, where people are like going back to the traditional sense of robbing. I guess recently we're in like a tech age, so I would say we're more focused on like scamming and stuff like that. But it's funny how people are kind of going back in time, like the Louvre, for example. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
They're definitely gonna sell them on the black market. I think that was their plan. We're probably gonna see them somewhere over there, but other than that, I don't know.
I think we're for sure gonna see them back because at the end of the day, like they want to make their own money. So like Nod said, like they're gonna sell it back, and then I'm sure the museum owners will just buy it back.
No.
As of this video, 2 suspects are in custody. One of the suspects was arrested trying to board a plane to Algeria on Saturday.
The case has yet to be resolved, and there's still information coming out from the museum. This is Patience Kimaro, Cook TV.
Across the country, thousands of people took to the streets for the No Kings protest, a nationwide movement calling for limits on presidential power and a defense of democracy. The phrase "No Kings" represents the idea that America was never meant to have a ruler with unchecked authority. Protesters say they're pushing back against what they view as authoritative behavior from President Donald Trump and other political leaders. The demonstrations took place in many states across the world, including Houston, on October 18th, when an estimated attendance of 13,000 to 15,000 people. Organizers emphasized peaceful protests with signs reading "No Kings" and "Power to the People," calling for accountability, equality, and protection of democratic rights. The movement's message is simple: leadership should serve the people, not rule over them. Moving forward, some political experts claim that these protests may have been the thing needed to induce future legislation around executive power and the use of federal resources.
As of Monday morning, October 20th, one of Houston's most treasured LGBTQ+ community landmarks is now gone. The rainbow crosswalks that used to line the intersection of Taft and Westheimer have been torn up and repaved due to warnings from Governor Greg Abbott. Originally a memorial piece for hit-and-run victim Michael Alex Hill, the crosswalks have turned into a symbol that not only represents the community of Montrose, but also Houston. Citizens were unsure if the crosswalks would ever come back after they were removed earlier this year in construction. While the rainbows did make their return, it wasn't for long. Following a controversial statement made by Sean Duffy, Secretary, Department of Transportation, Governor Abbott repeated said message and warned cities to, quote, remove political ideologies from public roadways or risk losing the federal and/or state funding, end quote. This quickly sparked Metro and TxDOT to heed Abbott's warnings and remove the crosswalks. Houstonians didn't let this go lightly, though. As protesters stood outside all day Sunday, the 19th, staying till early Monday morning before HPD cleared the scene, arresting 4 of the protesters in the process. Here's interviews from the same day of the scene.
I think the fight for equality, the fight for queer voices, I think it's an ongoing fight. I don't think it's just like one singularized or singular one. Especially us as queer people in Texas, and especially under this administration, we are constantly, every day, fighting a fight just to live our truth. And so I think this is a part of a bigger thing. And I think it was just really important, again, for us to be seen. I think a lot of our elected officials are so quick to, give in to some of the higher ups. And I think it's really important to just, again, not be complicit. Silence is complicity, and just to be loud and be heard. And I think we achieved that today by chanting, marching. Luckily a lot of people like you guys are, covered this. And so a lot of people are going to see this. And I hope the mayor sees this. I hope Greg Abbott sees this. And yeah, it just felt good.
Despite the removal of the crosswalks, the community still remains strong, coming together to deck out the surroundings of Taft and Westheimer with rainbow flags, chalk walks, and murals in support. Well, that's all for the news section. Here comes the entertainment section with Bobby and Masa. Stay tuned.
Broadcast students at the Valenti School of Communication get an education centered on both academic learning and real-world experience. Students get insight from working professionals, like a recent visit by Valenti alum Bill Barajas, the weekend anchor at KPRC TV in Houston. Many courses require students to practice real-world skills in class, like conducting interviews using smartphones and editing their stories in class under tight deadlines.
Fade up on 2, cue them, stand by 1.
The school's media production program teaches students how to operate the equipment needed to create newscasts and other programs, as well as learning production techniques like blocking shots and setting up lighting. The goal? Teaching students the principles and concepts of broadcast news and preparing them to work both now and in the future in an ever-changing media environment.
The thing about UH is, it isn't just one thing. It's about that early morning hustle and staying up late. It's creating sustainable energy and conserving your own. It's solving the nursing shortage and creating a fentanyl vaccine. It's high tech and low key. It's about making it to the big stage and the big dance. UH is all this and more. This is UH.
What's up, Coops? I'm Massa as Tina Boucher. This is the entertainment segment. Grab your broomsticks because we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Wicked for Good is flying into theaters on November 21st, and I've got all the magical information you need to know. This is the second act of the Wicked film adaptation based on the hit Broadway musical Wicked. The first film was a massive success, raking in more than $750 million at the box office, making it the highest grossing Broadway adaptation ever. Director John Chu says this sequel will take the story into darker, twistier territory while keeping all the original songs plus 2 new ones. The Girl in the Bubble, sung by Ariana Grande as Glinda, and No Place Like Home, performed by Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. The two have called working on the film a dream come true, and in multiple interviews with outlets like Entertainment Tonight and Jake's Takes, both have been seen getting pretty emotional when talking about the film. Clearly, Wicked for Good isn't just another movie. It's a story that truly resonates with everyone involved. So get your tickets and get ready to defy gravity once again.
The zeitgeist of streaming will be taking yet another hit pretty soon. HBO Max has announced that they're raising prices across all plans starting November 20th, 2025. Warner Bros. CEO David Zaslav had this to say about the ordeal. I think our ability to raise prices comes from people falling more and more in love with the quality that we have. We have a real ability because the pricing across the board. Not only is there too many players, but to stay alive, a lot of the players have decided to just drop their prices aggressively. While yes, the price increase may seem negligible with a rise of $1 to $2, they follow a worrying trend of rises on other platforms such as Disney Plus and their partner Hulu a little over a week ago. Disney and Hulu were a little more brutal with their prices increase, with Disney going up $2 to $3 across their basic and premium plans, while Hulu went up $2 to their basic plan only. When reached out to by Variety, Disney representatives declined to give a statement, even though this is their third time in 3 years that they've hiked their prices. All right, now our producers have put together a little game for us. Let's see if it's a trick or a treat. We have 8 rounds of iconic horror movie villains, and we'll be seeing if they can win a tournament in 1-to-1 fights. All right, what should we do as our first round?
I think we should start with Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers.
Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. Okay, let's see.
So, I think Freddy would win because he's like already dead, isn't he? Michael.
He's like a dream ghost warrior. Mind you, both of us are like not fully well versed on horror movies. We're like surface knowledge, you know?
We're going from judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, I don't think Jason has it in most times because, you know, Freddy Krueger's more powerful. Jason is like super simple.
Oh, okay. So it'd definitely be Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. That's what I got. I got Freddy Krueger.
Same here. Okay, so the next person, who do you need?
So next we have Predator versus Alien. All right. I think the Predator has it because Predators are literally built to kill things. The Predators have killed aliens before. This will be nothing new. It depends on what Predator we're doing. You know, every Predator is different. But majority Predators are more than well equipped to kill a basic xenomorph. So I'm going to go ahead and move Predator onto the next round.
I agree with him. So, all right. So now we have the second round.
Who do we have
here?
We have Michael Myers versus Leatherface.
Oh, okay,
All right.
Interesting. Because I have no Leatherface. So,
All right, I think Michael has it. Because I mean Michael, when I think Leatherface, I just think a guy with a wild chainsaw. Leatherface probably has more mobility than Michael. But I think Michael's better with the blade.
Yeah, right. And he has like unhumane strength.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely Michael.
I think Leatherface is just a bit too sloppy.
Right.
I think he's just too sloppy.
So next one, let's see what we have here.
We have Pinhead versus Candyman. All right.
I think Candyman.
You think Candyman?
Yeah.
Why do you say so? Why do you say that?
Because he's already dead, and you have to like summon him 3 times. And how are you gonna kill someone who's already dead? That's like impossible, right? Right? Yeah. So, Candyman.
Okay.
Next round. Who do we
We
have?
have, who do we have here? We have Ghostface
Uh-huh.
versus the Fisher, or I normally call him the Hookman. I never watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, so I think he's called the Fisher. But let's see.
Who wins?
There are a lot of different Ghostfaces. From what I know, there's only one Fishman though.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's one of those arguments like which one you're doing. But Ghostface isn't the most dangerous
Yeah.
horror movie villain.
He just seems like sort of, he has like issues from his childhood. So I think we're gonna go with Hookman because it makes the most sense logically. So there we go.
I think he's more powerful. I do. I really do.
Right.
All right, who's on our next round?
Who's our next
have
round?
You want to do Pennywise?
and
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown.
All right. It's easy Pennywise.
Right.
Like wipe here because Pennywise is literally the devil of his verse. I don't think Art the Clown is standing up to that at all.
I don't think so too. I agree with you. So we're gonna go Pennywise.
Pennywise is gonna be pretty hard to beat going through this tournament, especially with our next round here. We have the Gremlins versus the Critters.
The Gremlins.
The Gremlins, I think the Gremlins have the numbers, because Gremlins get wet and then they multiply. So that's how that works, I think.
But like physically, don't you think that they look a bit more scarier?
Well, but the Gremlins, if you feed them at nighttime, they turn into monsters.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah. Okay.
So if they're in their monster forms and there's like hundreds of them, I think they got it.
Okay, so the Gremlins. All right,
Yeah, I
cool.
think the Gremlins got
We're
it.
gonna go with the Gremlins. Alright. And then for our last one.
Our last first round,
Yes.
we have Chucky versus Annabelle.
Chucky.
Chucky? I think it's Annabelle.
I mean Chucky, but why do you think so?
Because Annabelle, she's like possessed by a super evil, malevolent spirit, and Chucky's just some guy and a dog. Like Annabelle has real powers, you know? Yeah.
Convince me. Let's do that.
I used to be little thing about me. Annabelle used to terrify me so bad as a kid. Like she's probably one of my scariest things growing up. So I got real beef with this doll here. All right, now we're on to what is this? Not the semifinals, the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals.
Let's call it that.
All right. Which side should we start with?
Let's start with this round.
This round?
Yeah.
All right.
The left.
Our first quarterfinal round, we have Freddy Krueger versus Michael Myers. All right. This is a bit harder.
I would have to say Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
Why do you
'cause,
say
like,
so?
Michael Myers, he has like unhumane strength, but at the end of the day, he's still a human. Freddy Krueger is like immortal. He's like dead. He's like.
But
right. So it's like.
the thing about it, does Michael Myers even sleep? I don't think I've ever seen Michael Myers sleep. Because I know Freddy can manifest in the real world, but I know he has way less power in the real world. So
Wouldn't it be hard to get him to come into the real
exactly.
world? Yeah.
So this is like I said, this is a bit harder.
I mean, Michael Myers, at the end of the day, he's a human. He sleeps.
Yeah.
He sleeps.
Okay, so let's go with Freddy because eventually Freddy. I think Freddy could get to him.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, let's go to the other side. We have Predator versus Candyman. All right. Let's think. I think Candyman has this one.
Candyman. Okay.
Now next we have. Let's go to this side.
Yeah.
We have the Fisher / Hookman versus Annabelle.
So.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Annabelle. I'm not gonna lie, because
Annabelle.
the ghost thing.
Where do we put her? We'll put her here, Annabelle. Alright.
And we have Pennywise versus the Gremlins.
It has to be Pennywise.
It's gotta be Pennywise. Because the Gremlins are goofy little guys.
Right.
So they can't do much against like Satan. Now, in our semifinals,
Right.
we have Freddy Krueger versus Annabelle.
Annabelle doesn't sleep. She's a doll.
Yeah, but they would kind of be on the same plane of existence though, because it's like spirits. But I think Annabelle can do more damage, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, in like a dream world, in like a dream realm type situation.
But isn't he like, I'm gonna say King of Dreams? Kind of?
King of Dreams?
So it would be Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
Let's go Freddy Krueger. I think Freddy Krueger will be the more interesting character to also push up anyway.
Right, because she's a
We already
doll.
know who wins this.
Pennywise.
goes straight up. Pennywise goes straight up.
Alright. In between the two? What do you think?
Pennywise.
Pennywise.
It's
Yeah,
Pennywise. All right. So we're gonna put him
Down, just
a little bit to the side. We're gonna put Pennywise in the middle here.
So Pennywise is the winner.
Pennywise, the winner of our tournament. Let's go. Welcome to Derry. Just came out. New Stephen King series. Check it out.
Thank you all for tuning into entertainment. Now back to weather with Danielle.
Wow, what a great entertainment section today. And now we have Danielle, and Danielle, we actually see that you're dressed in costume with us today.
I am. I just came back from the Renaissance era, and I'm so happy to be here.
Wow, that's awesome. So would you mind sharing with us a little bit about the weather and what we expect to see this week?
Right. This week, we are going to be seeing some more of that fall weather that we've been experiencing this past week, so it should be very good. Now, getting into this week, we are going to be seeing some cooler temperatures in the beginning of the week with a range from the 50s to the 70s. We are going to especially be seeing these cooler temperatures in those early mornings and late evenings, so a light jacket would be great for the morning time. But as we get into the afternoon, we are going to be seeing some slightly warmer temperatures, especially with the sun. We are going to be seeing many sunny days, especially in this early part of the week. Now, although we have the sun, it shouldn't be too bad because we are going to be experiencing a gentle, slight, moderate breeze as we go throughout the week. So this could be a perfect time to go outside, sit under a shady tree, and have a nice fall picnic. Now, getting into later on in the week, we are going to be seeing a slightly higher temperatures, popping into the low 80s, and also with some clouds that we hadn't previously seen earlier in the week. Last thing I want to highlight is on Saturday, we will be experiencing a thunderstorm that's going to span over the course of pretty much the entire day. It's also going to be bringing in a cold front that should hit us around the evening time. Something to be cautious of, if you had any outdoor activities planned for Saturday, it might be best to postpone them for another day. As always, stay safe as on your journey, fellow travelers, and thank you. This has been Danielle Munoz with the weather. Back to you, Michael and Matthew.
Coming up, we'll be joined by student reporter Madeline Rodriguez sharing all the new UH football and basketball news.
Frontier Fiesta is a 3-day Western themed festival. We have all kinds of things throughout the 3 days, from a headlining concert.
We have a Ferris wheel, food, live music.
We have something for everybody. So the event is entirely planned and run by students.
Its focus is to really promote inclusion on campus and have a great time, as well as just really celebrate what it means to be UH Cougar.
It's not only for us students, but it's also for faculty, alumni, and the greater Houston community.
Frontier Fiesta is the longest standing programming tradition at the University of Houston. It started in 1939, and then by the 1960s it was called the greatest college show on earth by Life magazine. It really came to fruition in its current form in 1991. There's a lot of things that stay the same year over year, and sometimes we make some really big changes.
Frontier Fiesta has been important to me since I was in college. I was on the board as a chair. Years later, with Houston Tents and Events, we're the vendor that handles all the tents and infrastructure and tables and chairs. It is my way of still feeling involved with something. Now my focus and my goal is to try to take it to the next step, using Houston Tents and Events as a catalyst to improve the experience.
It takes a lot of dedication and hard work. On site, we have to carry a lot of things from the Student Center back to here. We also build a lot of murals and repaint murals.
What I was most looking forward to for Fiesta was the variety shows. They've always been my favorite part, and the energy is always insane in the tent.
I'm definitely excited for Juicy J.
I think the thing I'm really looking forward to most this weekend is working with the students. They've put a lot of time, energy, and effort into this, and I'm really excited to see the look on their faces when it all pays off. They should be really proud of the work that they've done this year.
This event is a staple for University of Houston. It brings all the student body together. It brings alumni back for the cook-off portion. It is something that students are going to want to be a part of for a long time and ensure that it stays around and continues to flourish for many decades to come.
I believe in tradition. Keeping this going and being a part of something is definitely important, making something happen for all of us.
What's up, Cougs? I'm your sports reporter, Madeline Rodriguez, here with Coug TV, bringing you recaps from Houston's big win against Arizona, as well as the men's basketball team taking on Mississippi State at the Preview CBB exhibition. Junior quarterback Connor Wegman powered Houston to a 31-28 road win over number 24 Arizona. Wegman accounted for all three of the Cougars' touchdowns, throwing for 164 yards. Houston's defense kept the pressure on, holding the Sun Devils back for most of the game. Despite a late Arizona rally, kicker Ethan Sanchez booted a 41-yard field goal to seal the win. The win improved the Cougars to 7-1 overall and 4-1 in Big 12 play. Houston is now ranked 22 in the AP poll. The Houston's men's basketball team closed out the preview exhibition with a 61-52 win over Mississippi State Sunday night. Joseph Tugler led the way with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Freshman guard Kingston Flemings and freshman center Chris Senek Jr. both made the starting 5, and they both showed why throughout the game. Flemings finished with 5 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds, as Senek Jr. finished with 9 points and 9 rebounds. As for Houston's defense, they dominated early, holding the Bulldogs without a point for nearly 8 minutes to the open. After Mississippi State trimmed the lead to 3 midway through the second half, the Cougars answered with shots from Emmanuel Sharp, Tugler, and Milos Uzan to steal the victory. Houston tips off the 2025-26 regular season at home against Lehigh on November 3rd at the Fertitta Center. Again, I'm your sports reporter, Madeline Rodriguez with Coug TV. Go Cougs!
Well, folks, that wraps up the show today. Thank y'all for joining us. I've been Michael O'Rourke.
And I'm Matthew Munsabayes. Follow us on social media at Coug TV, and you all have a great weekend.